Hello everyone, welcome to my Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 world. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a tour, just a quick brief tour of this world and what I've been working on so far, because it's been like almost a year since my last video. You guys already, if you've seen my previous videos, which I think like a small percentage of you have, you've already seen these three builds right here, this little plaza around this fountain. You've already seen this, but for those of you who haven't and are new, I'm just going to give you a quick brief tour of the world, and we're going to head on to our way. Something I've been working on for quite a while. So here is the blacksmith. So it's pretty simple, not really much. This is basically like his quarters, the blacksmith's quarters, where he, sleeps and poops and I don't know, goons or something. And then over here is his workstation. He has his lava pit, his furnace, his anvil, hammer, it's a lever. And then here's his little storage compartment full of like coals and stuff. There's nothing in there because there's one piece of coal in there, 2 piece. So he's not poor. He's still got some supplies left. Here is the inn. This is supposed to be an inn. It's very tall tower. I don't know what to call this inn. It's just an inn, a hotel of sorts. The receptionist desk. Now if we go upstairs, it's gonna be a pretty good amount of rooms. Here's the public bathroom where everyone shares one toilet. There's about, I think, 4 or 5 residents here. Let me check. 4 people had to share one bathroom. Imagine how bad that smells. But here's the first room. Pretty spacious, if I do say so myself. About the size of the average New York apartment. Here's another one. Same size. Now this isn't really a hotel room or bedroom or anything. Kind of a storage area. So actually there isn't 4 residents here. It's actually just 3. That's just like a makeshift like room. And here is the big most expensive suite in this hotel. It's 2 blocks bigger. That's it. And it has a crafting table, so it's a little bit smaller. And then up here is the storage. Moving on, we have this shop right here. A little shop where you can buy your runes in this medieval world. Your runes, some swords, whatever you want. The swords that is made by the blacksmith guy. Yeah, you buy whatever thing. Literally just buy whatever. You can buy pottery. You can buy, I don't know, a mirror. I don't know what they sell in medieval times, like, I don't know. I'm not a historian. And here's his bedroom. Very empty. Most of these builds are very, pretty basic inside, at least. Maybe outside they look pretty cool. But if you actually go inside, there's not really much to look at. And yeah, these towers they're supposed to serve as just a way to just take up this space here because... Whoa. Anyway, they're supposed to serve as shut the freak up, cow. Anyway, yeah, this is supposed to just serve as a way to take up space in these little corners because they kind of made these towers or these buildings look kind of just I guess lonely. It just doesn't look full enough. Doesn't look alive enough. But this one special because this one has a tunnel connected to it, or it leads to a tunnel, which is supposed to lead to a train station right here that I built kind of after the last video I posted of this world. Besides the one that's like 2 minutes long or something. Besides that one, the last official video that I posted. So yeah, here's the little train station. Nothing too crazy. Just a small train station for a small town. I didn't mind these chests out or this stuff here out. I just kind of left it here. You're gonna see that some of the stuff I just leave because I'm a little too lazy to fix or mine or just refine. Bars. Anyway, here's the inside. Here's the little ticket booth. Like, oh, here's my ticket right here. Go in. The little resting areas. Now here's the actual train area thing. I don't know what it's called. So here's the train. It's not really finished because I don't really have a lot. Like, I don't have this whole quote unquote civilization stuff fully expanded throughout my world. But yeah, here is my train station. This actually leads to another town. We'll get to that in a bit. There's not really much there. I didn't actually do anything there, but it's the place called Wheat Town, and we're gonna go there in a bit. Now here is this little plaza before the train station. Kind of serves as an entrance to the train station. So it's like a park. It's a fountain, like a natural fountain waterfall slash thing that kind of leads into this pond, which I really like. It's really cool. And you got little concession stands right here. So you can, the park is pretty lively. People buy, flowers, toys, whatever. Whatever. Like maybe like a little butcher area somewhere. Like a butcher selling some meat for people to buy and make for food. And here is balcony area. It's a little upstairs. This place is a very, very touristic area of town. Right here, we're gonna get to this thing later. Now, I think this is one of the best looking places in this town, especially at night, because the lights make it look even cooler. Oh yeah, and there's fire right next to it. The roof is nether rack, so it's gonna burn forever. Actually, it's really cool because some lightning struck the church, and I never put out the fire, so it's just been there. I just kept it there because I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, but we're gonna get to this place a little later. So here is probably one of the bigger houses besides that one, which is, my house. Besides that, this is probably the bigger house out of everyone's, because it has a balcony, 2-story, pretty nice. Here's the bedroom. Pretty big bedroom, pretty spacious. There's even a couch so you can like look outside. There's no TVs in medieval times, so you're just gonna sit here and just people watch, or animal watch in my case. So yeah, the house is not too shabby. So the next house is a flower shop. I really like this one because it kind of makes this part of town feel a little bit more alive, because there's actually some stuff you can actually see that you can buy, instead of, like the shop just doesn't have anything, just empty shelves. But yeah, this one you can actually see what you can buy. Buy flowers, mushrooms for some reason. I don't think that's supposed to be there. I don't think I put this here. It's been a while since I've seen this. I don't think you can place mushrooms on chests, but I think the mushroom just spread everywhere. He also has a little house. The owner has a little house. You can go out upstairs and take a nap. Little flower right there. Back to the residences. This isn't really a house. This is supposed to be a library that I didn't finish. Yeah, you're gonna see in a bit why it's not finished. Here's the little receptionist desk. He's like, oh, I'm gonna check out a library. Oh, I want a library card, whatever. I don't know if library cards existed in medieval times, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. The church doesn't make any sense to have a red roof. I don't think any churches have any red roofs and have fire on them and burning eternally. It's Minecraft. Like, come on. Yeah, there's supposed to be like a bunch of books, bookshelves everywhere. Yeah, I got lazy with that. I just never got to it. Just never did. Never bothered. Now this is my house, my base of operations. And up here, What the freak, dude? Okay. Yeah, this room is pretty basic, or this house is pretty basic. There's not really much in it. Like I said, it's just my base of operations. It's not really too decorated. There's just a bunch of chests scattered about, and then just a lonely bed. This was made on the first episode, I think. Yeah, this was made in the first episode of Minecraft Beta. I think, right? Was it made on the first? Yeah, it was made on the first episode of Minecraft Beta. Not really anything too crazy compared to the later builds I'm going to show you. Now, this isn't finished. I never bothered going back to it. I just wanted to move on to other builds because I was like, like if you look at that build and then that build, they kind of look a little similar. And I was like, damn, this build it isn't interesting enough. You know, it isn't interesting enough. It's just kind of here. It doesn't really make any sense for it to be here. I feel like it could build it somewhere else. So I just kind of stopped. Never tore it down. Never fixed it or anything. It's just here. Now, this one is just a little lumberjack's house. He has a little wood out here, some chests. I don't think there's anything in them. Nope. Yeah, it's just tiny lumberjack's hut. I'm kind of planning on making it somewhere else, like somewhere over there, because there's a forest over there, and that's where it really kind of makes sense. Not here when it's just ocean out here. There's not really anything. Yeah. Now across from the other house is this L house, this L-shaped house. Very basic, just a desk or table and bed, and then a balcony. It's pretty fancy, but still pretty basic. Yeah, some of these houses are very basic just because I wanted to fill out space in this town, just did not make it very empty. So yeah, this house is another one of these basic houses with pretty much nothing in it. Again, to fill space, because I didn't really have any idea for a house to not make it stand out so much, just because I wanted to focus more on like important builds like the church or the plaza right here or these towers, just for space, just to fill out some space. Yeah, very basic house. Across from that is another basic house. You already know the drill. Nothing inside, or hardly anything inside. Very cozy, I'd say, but still not really much to look at. Yeah, these two are the same thing. Again, this one though, I made this on the 3rd episode of this series. You can check it out. Not really much to look at. I'm not really gonna go inside. If you want to look at it, comment an angry comment. Just curse me out. Just curse me out and say, I want to fucking see this world. I want to see it so bad. And then I'll be like, okay. Then I'll post like a 2-second video of me just going in these two houses specifically because I didn't show them earlier. Yeah, just write an angry comment if you want to see that. If you want to see those two houses for some reason. Just say, I want to see that fucking house. Please, or else I'm mass disliking this video. Don't do that, but write the comment though. Write the comment. But yeah, if you do, I promise I will post a 10-second video of me just going through that world or those two houses. So now for the big boy of this world, my proudest build in this town. It's the church. I don't know what to call the church yet. Maybe you guys can name it something. Hey, let me know in the comments, you know? Right next to the hate comment that I'm telling you to write, why don't you put a very nice comment right next to it and say a name for this church, you know? Has a red roof, you know, it's made out of stone. Maybe you go off of that. Maybe there's a fire right next to it. Maybe go off of that. That chicken just disappeared, I think. This is one of my coolest builds. This took me forever. It's very, very nice. This is actually based off a church, I think in Oklahoma, I think. But yeah, it's very loosely based off of that. It's just the shape of it. Okay, so there's also a little balcony area right here. You can go upstairs. There's a 2-story basic kind of. Look at that. You just get like extra seating right here. Premium seating if you're lucky, you know. So yeah, one of my favorite builds of this world. Just because like it's the most interesting build in this town. It really stands out like a sore thumb, like really does. It's just like compared to all these other builds, like made out of sand or wool, wood, and cobblestone, and this is just made out of stone, smooth stone slabs, and netherrack. There's nothing really here that looks like this, and that's why it's my favorite one, because it's like very unique from other buildings nearby. Like just look at your local church or whatever. If you're on a drive or something, if you're on a drive, just pay attention to your church or whatever. It just look at it. It kind of looks pretty unique compared to everything else. We're gonna move on to another town that isn't finished. There's literally nothing in there. I'm just working on the pathway for now. It's called the Wheat Town. And we're gonna take the train. I'm gonna take the train over there. So yeah, like I said, there's really nothing in here. I'm working on the pathway, and this Wheat Town is gonna be basically my source of wheat in the world, so food and produce and stuff like that in this entire world. Yeah, there's nothing here, just a tree, 2 trees. Yeah, I saw this valley here, and right next to my build. I wish it was a little farther, just so I can like have to actually make this train a little farther away, so it's, you know, a little bit more, just has a little bit more of a conventional use, because this town's farther away, if it was farther away. Oh yeah, and also you can see the church from a distance. That's why it's my favorite build, because you can it's just like the little 2 towers in front. You can just see that. It's cool. It's really cool. But yeah, I just saw this valley here when I was just exploring for a little bit, and I'm like, man, this is really cool. I kind of want to add like a valley of wheat right here, and that's why Wheat Town is gonna be a thing, because it's gonna be the home of the Valley of Wheat, which is just gonna be a long river going across the valley with a bunch of wheat scattered about. Just use your imagination. Just look around and yeah, just imagine how cool it's gonna be. Just imagine the coolest thing in the world, and then multiply it by like 3 or something. Now we're gonna go back to Fountain Town, and it's turning nighttime. And I'm taking forever with this video. Okay, so the reason why we're going back to Fountain Town is because we're gonna go through a bridge that leads to another part of this island, this land. I put this here because, well, it's not really in a good spot, first of all, but I put it here because I wanted to have a better way of getting to this section of the world without having to swim across. And it's very tedious. I know you could probably go around, but that's just going to take even longer, and I don't want to do that. Let's just take a quick look of Fountain Town before we leave. Look at that. Take a good look. Let's remove the HUD real quick. Look at that. So cool. Just gotta go through like the mystical forest, the dark forest. You know, the evil forest. You know, you don't want to get touched by the evil trees inappropriately. Because they are going to do that. They're going to do that. Trust me. I don't know how I'm going to show this. But, oh yeah, there's a little sugarcane farm. Oh, you got a little peak. I'm going to go on the stairs up to here. Okay, I didn't want to go through this stairs. But, so, this is my new base of operations. Something I'm still working on, unfinished. But this is my base of operations. My mansion, my castle. My palace. I think it's more of a palace, because if it was a castle, it wouldn't look like this. It would look a little bigger. So this is my palace. So Chris Casso's palace of awesomeness. Look at that. Look at this. And this freaking this stairway This took forever, dude. This specifically, it's not even done. I still need to place the dirt here for it to be like filled in and I don't fall off. But yeah, this is what I've been working on in my hiatus of uploading. My mansion, my freaking sick mansion. And if you notice, this is also in the same style as the church. I really liked the style of the church, and I wanted to incorporate it into something else, like a house or like a castle or something like that, and I made it here on this place. Oh, you almost saw that. You almost saw the next thing. Here's the Casso Palace of Casso. I don't know what to call it. Hey, I'm gonna go lazy mode again and ask you guys what to call this place. This is cool. The Red Castle, the Red Palace, something like that. This is cool though. I like this dome area. This is really cool. Here's the entrance. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite build. Just because of how just cool and interesting it is to look inside of. Here's the dome. This is so cool. Like I really wanted to make a video of this so bad. Mainly because I recently, it's been a while since I've uploaded, so long in fact, that I got a new PC. Or it's not really a PC, it's a laptop, gaming laptop that my older brother gave me and hand-me-down. But that old piece of crap computer that I used to use, finally I don't have to use that anymore and have to have OBS crash on me like 30 trillion times just to upload freaking 15-year-old Minecraft. But yeah, I'm so glad, I'm so thankful of that laptop. Mainly because I can actually record videos without having to lose my mind about performance. Okay, so moving on with the tour. Here's my storage hall, where I keep a collection of, you know, cobblestone, just a collection of blocks, plants, saplings, stuff like that. Just a lot of stuff. There is still some slots left because I don't really know what to put there. I kind of have enough chests for pretty much everything I need. Glass, wool, dirt, stone, cobblestone, a lot of stuff, even some mob drops like slime. There's flint here, string, feathers, a lot of stuff. And then back here are all of the shiny stuff like coal. Coal isn't shiny, but you know, diamond, gold. Now on the other side of this is the smelting room, where you kind of have just a bunch of furnaces here. I don't really know how to make it look pretty. I just basically just put a bunch of loads of furnaces here. It doesn't look pretty, but very useful a room. It's the most kind of ugly. This is like the ugliest room of them all, but the most useful, I think. Very useful. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Now, moving on to the downstairs area. I don't know why I started with upstairs rather than the first floor. Whatever. I just wanted to show you guys that because it's my favorite areas. So here's just the separator between the library and what is soon to be a kitchen for a dining hall that's in that room over there. Now this library is supposed to have a enchantment table in the middle right here, but this is beta Minecraft. There's no, you know, there's no enchantment tables here. I just put another table, the crafting table, in place of it because, you know. Now here's where you can read. You know, I have servants here, obviously, or guests can read. You know, read a book, sit down by candlelight, you know, when it's nighttime. This library only has the Minecraft books. You know those little Minecraft books back in the day? Those little old freaking Minecraft books? the essential one. You know, the one with the pickaxe, the sword, the shovel, and the redstone one. You know the ones I'm talking about. You know. If you're watching a beta Minecraft video, of course you're gonna know what that is. Unless you're a stupid new gen. Just kidding. Now here is the dining hall. Pretty basic, but it works. It is a dining hall for sure. Little plates. Now I really like these chairs because really? Give me a sec. I'm just gonna take a sleep. I'm gonna go to bed. Alright, I'm gonna stand right here. I'm gonna snap my fingers and it's gonna turn daytime. I'm trying to... Give me a sec. I'm just gonna clap. You know what? Boom. There we go. It's daytime. Yeah, I don't want the rain to be just pouring and like just that's all you hear. Maybe it's good for white noise, but it's not good for the video. Some of these windows kind of look like creepers. Like my little brother pointed out that these little, like I thought that these looked like little crowns, but my little brother pointed out that these kind of look like creeper faces. A little bit. I think they look a little bit more like that if you go upstairs. Yeah, let's go upstairs. Now let's see. Look, see, looks like creeper face. Looks like a creeper face, right? Yeah, that was very intentional. I thought these looked like crowns for a second. You kind of see what it is, like the like the ones that are like have little triangles. They're a little pointy. Look, here's one triangle. Here's the other one. Goes down, and then like that. See what I mean? But they look more like creeper faces, which I think is a even better touch. I think that they look like creeper faces. I think that's pretty cool. Hey, Chris Casso, you said that you have servants, right? Where do they sleep here? I don't know where they sleep. You know, do you treat your servants like really poorly? And you may ask, and what I say to that is no. I treat them with respect, like human beings, and I actually have their own little section where they can sleep. And right here is the servants' quarters. Kind of looks like a hotel with a pool in the middle, but this is where they sleep. You know, they got their own closet, their desk, you know, drawer right there, bed. I think over here is where they're a little bit more decorated. We got paintings, bookshelves. Yeah, they're a little bit more decorated here than the other side because I kind of ran out of decorations to use. Oh yeah, this one has that. Yeah, very cool, very intricate, I'd say. You know, each of them not all unique in terms of like the way they're like structured, but they're unique in the way that they're decorated. Yeah, a little closet. I really like this. I really like this build or this section of the palace because it just feels very cozy, you know, kind of. It kind of feels like whenever you walk out, if you're ever like staying at a motel or something and you're just walking out and walking past the other motel rooms, that's kind of how it feels. There's even an upstairs area here too. You know, second floor has all these other rooms too. Unfortunately, they don't have shade, so they have to suffer with, you know, when they're walking across rooms, they have to suffer with the sunlight, the power of the sun beaming on them. While the other floor is, you know, they're shade, you know, they're chilling. Yeah, and also the swimming pool right here. I was gonna add a diving board, but I don't really know how I'm supposed to do that without making this place cramped already. Very cramped. It does feel a little cramped, but I should have made this a little bigger, but I'm already too late. I already finished this area. So, yeah, I can't make it any bigger. I did want it to be a little bigger, but it still looks really nice. I do really like it. Now we're going to test out the swimming pool right now. So let me jump. Let me get a running start. Okay. Ooh. Ah. Now, time for the next build in this section of the world. Now, this is what I've been working on recently. This is the train station to everywhere in the world. Everywhere. This is meant to be a train station that takes you everywhere in the world. Well, this is pretty much here for now until I actually put everywhere in the world. So yeah, this is basically just here. In the top for the time being, before I put everything into place, all the other towns, all the other castles, whatever, all the other, points of interests of the world. So yeah, has a cool glass dome over it. I really like this build a lot. I think out of all of the builds, this one is my favorite because of the uses of arches and domes. This is a very circular train station, very circular build, because look at these arches right here. This is cool. Just look at this. This is something you probably would see in real life. Well, maybe not exactly like this, because I don't think any train station would have their trains just stop right here and then people can just climb on over here. Like, that doesn't really seem like something safe. I didn't want to really seem like something safe, but this does seem like it would be something you'd see in real life, kind of. I can't put enough emphasis on the kind of. Yeah, and you can notice that, probably notice that, little spikes, little towers here, and the same style as the church. And yeah, it is the same spires as the church. And I really like that, so I incorporated that. Incorporated that to this train station here. I really like when a building has these like spikes on top, these spires. They look really cool. A spire with a dome over it. It looks really cool and very like royal-like. So this is like the Royal Railway. That's the placeholder name for now. You know the drill. Think of a name for it, please. Thank you. But for now, it's gonna be Royal Railway. Yep. Here's another shot of the other build. Now, this goes like pretty tall, pretty far up. You can see everything else in the world. It's like, yeah, while you're waiting for your train, you can look up here, look at the fountain, maybe visit the palace. It's a public space. It's a public space. This palace is a public space, except the rooms. You have to pay for that. So yeah, recently just finished this dome here. I finished it not too long ago. Actually, maybe like I finished it I finished this dome a couple days before this video comes out. I still need to actually connect everything together. This is supposed to be the railway to Fountain. No. This is supposed to be the railway to Wheat Town, because Wheat Town is, I think, just up ahead over there. This is going to be the first place I'm actually going to connect to. I don't think I'll be able to connect Fountain Town to there, just because the train station is all behind. It's behind the town, and I don't know how I'm going to like easily connect this without like having to tear through the town. So yeah, I'm gonna have it connect to Wheat Town, and then if you want to go to Fountain Town, just go from Wheat Town to Fountain Town. So yeah, all in all, it's been really good to be back. It's really good to be back uploading videos, trying to make just editing. Ever since I got this new computer, it's been just such an amazing gift from my brother. It's been really good. Very grateful, because let me tell you, this gift is very good. And yeah, this is what I've been working on for the past 8 months. This is what I have since the last episode. Yeah. Let me know what you guys want to see for the next big build. I might not build it, but if you give me an idea, hey, I'll gladly build it. This stuff, I really like building in old Minecraft. Just as much as I like building a new Minecraft and modern Minecraft. Like, I really like building in Minecraft. But yeah, if you guys have a name for these two builds, hey, let me know. Let me know, because these kind of have placeholder names for a bit. There's going to be like Palace of Casso, Casso Palace, Red Palace, something like that. And this is a Royal Railway. But yeah, if you guys want to, if you guys want to tell me a name, hey, let me know.